Hi, welcome to Guitar YouTube channel. Alright, today we're going to talk about this beautiful guitar, the James Tyler Variax JTV69 by Line 6. We're going to talk about 5 different mods, upgrades or hacks that you can do to your guitar that will make your guitar sound much better. Okay, so if you're owning a JTV69 or a Variax standard, alright, you can actually do these mods on your guitar. If you are a JTV59 user or even the Shuriken, some of this might apply to you. So you can take these tips back and hopefully help to improve your overall modeling tone. Okay, so the very first upgrade or the first thing that I did, okay, was to add in this fret wrap on this area of my guitar between the nut and the tuner. Okay, let me just take it out. So there are a lot of complaints going on the net with regarding to the modeling technology, having this plink noises, unnecessary buzzing and things like that, which actually affects the modeling sound because it's using a piezo kind of a technology to take in the sound. So these little vibrations actually affects the overall tone. So the very first area is this area between the nut and the tuner where the strings actually are free to vibrate. Some people suggest to put sponge. So what I had was already a fret wrap. So what I did, I just basically put it over and to minimize the vibrations on this area of the guitar. Okay, so this is the first hack that you can do. Okay, the second hack that you can do, or the second upgrade you can do, it's actually this area of the guitar where your string, the ball end of the strings is actually coming out and resting on the piezos. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, I'll just zoom in a bit closer, put it a little bit closer. Okay, I'll just do a close-up shot later. Okay, so what I did was I used masking tape. Okay, and I wrap around the ball end of the string. Okay, and until the point whereby the string rests on the piezo. Just before the point of the string resting on the piezo, you can put actually a masking tape there to minimize these vibrations at this area. So this will help to reduce all the plinking issues that you might find. Definitely it has a certain improvement after I did that. So I would recommend you to do it on all 6 strings. That will help you very much. Okay, now the third improvement that you can do is at the back. Okay, where the tremolo springs actually sit on, right? I actually went to to my local music store and asked them to order this what we call the spring. Can you see that? The spring silencer. Okay, so you just need to slot this into your guitar where the springs are. Again, it's minimizing the vibrations of the springs, so it doesn't affect the sound going into the piezos. Okay, so spring silencer, you can get it at all parts, not very expensive, I think like $3-4. Okay, the next upgrade that you can try to do, okay, it's the strings itself. Okay, you can put it on gauge 9, gauge 10. So I would recommend probably gauge 10 and above because the thicker the strings will give you a fatter tone. And if you are very into the acoustic modeling, you might even want to try gauge 11, gauge 12. That would kind of really represent how the acoustic guitar would sound like. But for me, I think gauge 10 sounds fine, feels great, plays well, and overall it helps to improve the tone. Okay, and the last area you can try to do for me is to actually upgrade this neck. So the original Variax neck, which I have it here. Okay, this was the original Variax neck, very nice, come with locking tuners, jumbo frets. Okay, the neck actually gets a little bit wider as you go down the neck. So I just didn't find it very comfortable. So I actually went to a local music store and I looked for a neck that was very comfortable. So what I got was this beautiful flame maple neck. Yeah. Is by Jameson. Okay, the front is actually rosewood with a medium jumbo frets. The neck is actually more of a modern C, so I think I love the grip of this neck very nicely. And the tuners are actually, I put on the vintage Fender tuners. Okay, so not locking, but to me it's fine. It stays in tune very well. I put on two string trees as well to ensure that the tone sustains well. Okay, and overall I think this neck feels so much better, and I had certain issues with sustain when I was using the original neck. So when I did this upgrade, the sustain improved, the tone also improved overall, especially when I'm using the magnetic pickups. Oh, the sound sounds very nice. Okay, so these are 5 simple hacks, simple mods that you can do on your Variax guitar. I call this the hardware upgrade. Okay, some of you might say, oh, why do you need to do all these upgrades? You know, if you spend so much money on a guitar, why do you want to do all these upgrades? For me personally, I think the Variax is a very wonderful technology, and because it's a technology thing and it's a modeling thing, sometimes you are affected by certain hardware issues. So a lot of people out there in the forums have actually suggested these improvements. So what I'm just consolidating all of them together and presenting it to you. So these are just simple hardware things that you can do on your Variax. So it's not an expensive one, except of course the neck, but generally like the fret wrap, doing the masking tape, the spring silencer, changing the strings, these are all pretty easy upgrades that you can try. Okay, so I think going forward I would also do a few videos on how to do the software modifications on the workbench, and what are the things that I'm looking out for, what are the parameters that I tweak so that I actually make the modeling sound decent. You know, for any modeling technology, be it the Helix, be it the Variax, I think if you spend a little bit more time with it, doing the tweaking, okay, and looking at how people do their tweaks, you will definitely learn something and also improve your tone. So I want to shout out to Chat. Chat has actually done a video on the Strat modifications. I think that video is actually very useful. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. That will actually give you some insights on how to modify your software part of the Variax. Okay, so having said that, watch out for the next video on the software modifications. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give me a good thumbs up. Okay, and click on the subscribe button to stay tuned for the next video. Alright, you take care, God bless, I see you real soon. Goodbye.